Welcome back, guys, and in today's video I'm going to be reacting to Ben Mallah's video, Hotel Owner's Worst Nightmare, and that's referring to what's happening in the economy at the moment with coronavirus. He owns, I don't know how much he owns, but he's worth between 100 million and 200 million, reporters say. And essentially, he's in a bit of strife at the moment, he's saying, because of the hotel occupancy. So he's put a video out explaining what's happening, giving a bit of a tour of his house as well, which is a $16 million mansion, so fairly interesting. Anyway, we're going to react to that today, and I hope you guys enjoy. So let's jump into the video.
It may not be the cure, but it might help. Here you go, Rafael. Well, if the old saying, the shit has hit the fan, the shit has hit the fan.
Okay, straight away, as you can see, he's got a pretty amazing house in the background right now. Ben did a video on this property where he said that he bought the property for $16 million. It's now worth somewhere around $30 million, and it costs him between $50,000 and $60,000 per month just to run this property. Let's keep going.
Beyond belief are we screwed. The best month of the year, they're supposed to make all the big money, but spring break, nothing. 6 hotels, major ones, with nothing coming in, baby. We had about 800 employees. I don't have anything for about 600 or 700 of them to do. I mean...
On a side note, why is the cameraman there? Like, in America, aren't they in lockdown completely and you're not allowed to go to each other's houses? I could have that wrong. Obviously, I'm Australian, but I would have thought his cameraman wouldn't actually be allowed to be there with him right now.
There's nothing to do. We're closed. There's nobody around. Nobody's renting rooms. Retail, all the stores are closed. And now I'm getting letters already. They can't pay their rent. I got clients that pay $50,000 a month in rent. So I'm going to be sitting around with all this real estate with nothing coming in, and plenty still has to go out. So I don't know. I feel sorry for a lot of people right now. We got to just all stay.
This is a perfect example of why you need to keep cash. Like, no matter, you can gear up your investments, but you still need to have cash on the side. So when something does go wrong, unforeseen, like, I mean, who could predict this was going to happen? But he needs to have cash set aside so that it's going to carry him through periods where, you know, you don't have occupancy. I mean, who honestly thinks that a hotel is going to have zero occupancy? That's pretty hard to predict. But I'm pretty confident Ben would have a fair bit of money set aside.
In jail, like me, I'm in jail. Don't go near anybody. That's it. That's all we can do until it passes, till everybody has it. They go through it. It's bleeding. I feel like a big pig going to the market, just ready for slaughter. Hey, are you sure you don't have it, right?
Pretty sure.
Okay. The busiest months of the year that we all wait for, the whole year, we're waiting for these months to come. Nothing. They shut all the beaches down. There goes everybody that was in Clearwater Beach. But what are you gonna do? I mean, they're doing what they need to do, I guess, to get this thing under control. So, you know, it's gonna cost a lot of money, but I just wish it wouldn't stay around forever. We're supposed to be making money, and then we're going to take that money that we made, and then we reinvest it into fixing up all the hotels. Everything is closed. Every hotel in spring break makes $1 million that month. Not one of them has made it. That's 6 of them. That's $6 million in 1 month. Gone, never coming back. Adios. And put me in the hole because I still got bills to pay. That's
just imagine playing on the level that he is playing on, like where you're making $6 million a month that, as he said, he's just never going to recover. He would have to have some cash set aside. He would have to have some cash set aside.
It's the hotels. The gym just called and said, hey, we're closed. We can't pay the rent. 50 grand a month. Not coming in. We didn't have nobody come in and buy any furniture. We can't pay the rent. 50 grand a month, never coming back. That's the situation. And that's just a couple examples. There's a whole list of them. And what about all the tenants living in apartments that ain't gonna be going to work and need money? They ain't gonna pay their rent. So if you're in real estate right now, you're screwed, baby.
Just look at the examples he's giving here in the B-roll of how much property this guy actually owns is insane. Like, I actually find it inspirational, even though obviously he's having a stressful period at the moment.
Screwed. Everything we worked hard for in the past 20 or 30, whatever years, is now going bye-bye. And I don't know if we can be able to rebuild it.
Okay, so he's saying that he doesn't know whether he's going to be able to rebuild it. How long has America been in lockdown? Like 6 weeks or something? And obviously this is going to go on for an unforeseen amount of time, which could be very stressful. But I'm thinking that he's probably being a little bit more overdramatic about this than what his situation would actually be. Because if you have the amount of property that Ben owns and you're worth 100 million, 200 million, whatever the actual number is, you're going to have, even if your properties are leveraged high, you're going to have cash set aside for unforeseen periods.
You know? So I don't know what to say. Hopefully the banks will work things out, or I'm going to have to go back to working. I'm going to take a job with a company if there's any company.
That'll be the day when Ben gets a
job.
job.
Want to give me a job? I'm going to need one soon. I have to, we have to make a decision. Hey, we got no guests. We got to close. No point in just even being open. I mean, why not?
That's tough, having that many employees and having to potentially shut.
I gotta make that call today. I haven't made it today. I'll make it right now. 5 o'clock. Stock market kicked my ass again today. Happy, how are you? Hey, listen, seriously, I mean, it's going to be your decision to, whether or not you need to close in these hotels. As far as, you watch the occupancy on every one. All right, so the private airport's taking 18 rooms. We got to give them breakfast, and that's in Fort Lauderdale. There's 258 rooms, so we got 240 empty rooms still.
He just said 240 rooms vacant. That's in one of his properties, and this guy has a lot of properties. That's a serious amount of properties.
Now and just have security there, then you got to make that decision. It's in your hands. Do all the renovations you can, and if there's no guests, then just stop the operation and just fix up the hotels then.
See that comment right there where he just said, do all the renovations that you can. That is what I'm talking about. If he was actually in the tightest financial situation that he's saying he is, then he would not be pouring cash into renovating these properties when they're not bringing anything in. So that tells me that he has got more than enough set aside. And we know that if you've seen Ben's videos before, he likes to sort of play things up and over-exaggerate things a little bit, and especially when he's yelling at people and all that sort of stuff. But it's a good opportunity to take advantage of the fact that everything's vacant. So that's a smart business move to get people in there and start renovating his properties and get it all fixed up. Let's keep going.
The health inspectors ever today while there's a crisis going on, you got nowhere else to go? I'm surprised they don't have something more important to do. When's the Super Bowl?
Next February.
We got less than a year. It's got to be gone by then. Oh my God.
I know, but people are freaking out. You know, because they say some of the people don't want to come. They want to cancel because of the travel restrictions.
That's the level that Ben's playing on. He is looking a year down the track. Now, that is insane when you think about it. Like, imagine just having to plan because of the style of business that you're in a year in advance just for your real estate properties. Like, I'm just worried, like, is the tenant paid their rent this month? Good. Okay, let's carry on. Whereas he's thinking about what Super Bowl's going to do and how that's going to affect occupancy in his hotels.
And they don't want to travel now because of the sickness, stadium, plane, all over the place, like weddings. There were some weddings between March and April, now they all moved to July.
Every part of my life is a disaster right now, so.
I had some money in the stock. I lost all the shit. Oh my God, I didn't even know.
The stock market's tore me a new asshole. Even bonds have tore me a new asshole.
The stock market's going to recover. Like, just don't sell. If you look at the history, of the stock market. It has always crashed, and it has always recovered and gone to a higher peak because you have economic growth in the economy. I've got another video coming out that sort of covers on are we heading towards a depression, and there's a few signs that are sort of indicating it could be. So make sure to check that video out when that pops out. But just don't sell your stocks right now. It might drop a little bit further, but at least you're not selling at the bottom of the market, and when it recovers, you'll be fine. That's my thoughts anyway. I don't even invest in stocks though, so what would I know?
I'm just totally fucked right now. Let's keep fixing up the ones we got, so this way if we have to sell them, then at least they're in good shape. I don't know.
Let me tell you, your properties in West Shore are good properties.
Yeah, but our properties are leveraged, okay? They're not leveraged to the hill, but believe me, they're leveraged. So it depends on how the banks act.
See, I reckon, by the way he's talking, I think a person in his position with the amount of properties he has, even if they are leveraged like he's saying, I think that he would have probably a year's worth of expenses, maybe more, of mortgage repayments to cover stuff like this. That's my gut feel, because he would be saving to buy other properties as well. So I think he's covered for a period of time, but obviously there's stress of the unknown of how long will this last.
We're asking the banks to make deals with us right now and give us some time. We'll pay you later. Call me if you need anything, Happy, all right? Nothing good out of that conversation. We're getting ready to really go into life for sale. I'm going to start having a sale on everything. Hey, I wonder if I can sell her shoes or her purses. They gotta be
Every
worth some
man's
money.
dream.
Is there already
Sell
a
the
website
wife's
where we can put our
purses and
stuff on
shoes.
sale? Every day she's going to be seeing shoes and shoes missing. Okay, that's what
Problem
we do.
solved.
Let's go up to her closet and I'll start stealing her shoes. But I don't know which ones are the more expensive ones. We're going to start selling off her damn closet. That's what we're going to do.
Okay, I think we're going to end the video there. Basically, from there, from what I've seen, Ben's just going to go and steal her shoes. So that's it for the real estate content, so to speak. If you enjoyed this video, guys, and you want to see me reacting to other real estate investors and their videos, by all means, let me know in the comments down below. Appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. And if you're not subscribed already, make sure to do so. And I'll see you on the next one.